debate will follow later on in the last roundtable, where we're really going to talk about how to introduce a good story, a good innovative story in the media, and how to really get media attracted by it. So, but this is now the sort of a highlight of today, and while our members of the roundtable will free the floor, and thank you very much, Yuri, for leading this roundtable. We would like to tell you a little bit about the history and the reason for the awards that are coming. We believe that, of course, in order to introduce something new, recognition of those that lead the new areas are always very good, and they need to be performed. So that's why we kind of, as a pioneering group, started to work on the reward system that will bring the attention to those that dare, by intuition, by knowledge, by beliefs, to write in the new forums, and to recognize the early signals, as we call them, and to bring them to the audience, right? That's how the reward was born. So once we started talking about it, we suddenly realized that there are many different layers, those layers that we discussed already during the day, those different aspects. So suddenly more than just one reward have been born. So first of all, we wanted to give a real recognition to the best article that brought to the surface these triple hacks, and in addition to that also the community aspect. And that's, we already heard who the winner of that reward is. And Natasha got it for her article on the textile industry. Then we also wanted to bring the attention on corporate level. We know how difficult within the companies to break the old habits and to get people into the mood of being innovative, being creative, dare to think. So that's how the new idea was born, to give a recognition also to the article that was published in a corporate magazines or corporate newsletters. And you will learn soon who the winner of that group is. Then, of course, we were very glad that our agency joined us, and the director was on the stage, just as a member of this roundtable, and she immediately recognized the power of reward, the power of the concept of innovation journalism, and they joined the group, and they introduced a little bit later additional reward, who is actually the most prestigious one, really, because it was going to be given to a person, and that name is still unknown. So it's going to be given to the person who, through the whole year, was demonstrating through different media channels the support and sort of was helping to elevate the consciousness of innovation in Slovenian public. So, and the reward for that is scholarship, a fellowship with the David's program at the Stanford University. The reward for Natasha is to cover all expenses related to the conference next year at Stanford as well. So hopefully that will attract even more journalists to try to understand the concept of innovation journalism and critically, of course, assess the situation in the country. So these are the three awards that were initially placed on the table. However, maybe the most sweet one was really the one that was later on followed up by the Center for Razvoj Litije, and Matej Zupančič was the one who helped to organize a really good movement. More than 100 kids from elementary and high school were involved in a training to what it means to be an innovation journalist. And out of that, a series of really good articles was submitted, and we're going to award 5 kids from high school and from elementary school for their contribution on the topics of innovation journalism. And of course, I cannot just stop right here because the creativity has no limit. So while we were working on this reward concept, we suddenly understood that it would be really good to have a statue, something special for those who are going to be the winners of this competition. And the competition was tough. We got over 76 articles to come into competition on in a public magazines and newspapers, and we had 27 on the corporate level, and we had, as I said, 15 and elementary and high school at the end out of those all that were trained. And I have to say they had only 2 weeks to submit, so it was hard work. So we said, okay, let's add additional dimensions. So let's develop a sculpture that's going to symbolize this movement, this new, something new. And what better than ask one of the prominent, very young Slovenian sculptors, the young Lara Reichman, who is only 11 years old, but showing really good, and of course her mentor, very good perspectives on being one of our future artists who's going to lead the young generation. And she came up with a really, really nice sculpture, which you're going to see, actually you can see already on the table. And this is the picture that shows the sculpture in progress. And she's among us. And Lara, thank you very much for your great contribution. And please stand up. Thank you very much. So this is about this project, and I'm really happy that we can now present and, of course, announce all the winners and those that kind of sticked out among all these many articles that were submitted in this competition.